looking to try and be the fourth Swiss rider to win it. Thomas Fuchs, Stefan Lebrun, and the last win for Switzerland coming back in 1999 with Willy Melager. So this is Kühner. The course itself starting over what was fence number 9. And we'll take you round from there. Back to the middle of what was the combination. Then on to this new fence 15. It was the triple bar, the Agria fence, now an upright, comes inside. Over the water tray. Back on themselves. Through the double. One more fence left to go after this one. And that one's gone, and now he comes to the last. 33.50, Edward Schmitz has left the door far too wide open with that fence going down. It'll be interesting to see later as to how that time compares, but he knows that the fence falling took the chance away. Well, Sweden have got, as we know, these 6 chances this evening, only one of which of these 6 riders has ever won it before. So the last time Sweden won it was, I think, Rolf Goran Bennetsson's 3rd win when he took it in 2019. This is Carl Walter Fox, Ecke First Navy Jack, the 10-year-old Swedish warm blood by Contendro. He decides to go the slightly longer way round. You would presume that makes him quite a bit slower. Split comes in the middle of the double. Slower he may be, he's never guarantee himself a clear though. 39.65, and then we'll be waiting to see if the others make mistakes, and I can't believe they're all going to go clear, so he's certainly going to keep himself in a reasonably strong position. And I think all things considered tonight, what a night for him to be able to enjoy. Well done, Carl. With Liselotte Ebersen's Ecke First Navy Jack. Two chances for the Dutch tonight. In a moment after these two, we'll see the man trying to defend the title. Last time, prior to Willem winning it, the Dutch had quite a long wait because it was Rob Aarons who was the first winner in 85, then Jan Tops in 95, and then came that long wait to 2024. Is it to be Harry's year? We will wait to see. He was 2nd in the Grand Prix with this horse in Mechlin. Of course, he has been having a tremendous winter. This gelding now 13 by Non-Stop, Missed Attack, and Harrie Smolders. Look how tight he turned after landing over the first fence. Oh dear. I mean, 10 out of 10 for commitment. He was rocket propelled at the beginning. 5 seconds faster he may be, but in this sport, clear rounds come first, and that means Carl Walter Fox is going to stay in front. I'm curious to see though how this compares with Edwards' time. In fact, it's slower by a couple of tenths, so that margin of 33 seconds, 33.5 seconds is Perhaps somewhere in the region of where you're going to have to be, where you are going to have to be pushing down towards 32 seconds to try and get a time quick enough to maybe win this, but you're going to, of course, have to leave the fences up. There are 3 that have gone, 1 that is clear, and the time that leads 6 seconds slower, 39.65. But now, a little bit of perhaps advice, maybe, who knows? I'm sure they're good friends. Willem Greve is looking to defend the title that he won 12 months ago. Over all the years and of all the winners, and there's been plenty of multiples, but only 2 have ever won it back to back. Ludger Beer in 2000 and 2001, Nick Skelton in 92 and in 93. Could it be Willem Greve in 24 and 25? Highway TNNOP has certainly got the form on their side with the win in the World Cup in Leipzig. Form, though, as I always say, counts for yesterday. What happens today? Let's find out. Oh, brilliant. Struggled off the turn. He lost the head a little bit and lost that connection and balance. He's put the brakes on. He wants to just put in a nice jump over the last, and that's fair. Well, bad luck not to be. In terms of doing the double, the problem they've all got, in a lot of respects, is the man that's second last to go. And if they haven't been able to nail the time with the clear early doors, the quality of the combinations that are going to come behind them will overtake them. You can see he was just fighting a little bit. He was a little bit far off, but it left him too far and too much to do in both parts of the double. Well, the noise level's gone up. The only other man in the field tonight that has won this title before, he did so back in 2015, the one and only time he's won it. Sweden's second chance. Sweden, of course, still leading despite the speed and quality of the likes of Edvard Schmidt, Harrie Smolders and Willem Greve. It is still Carl Waterfox's steady clear that leads the way. Now it's Peder Fredricson. Al Capone does come in, and he's had the first fence down. You cannot write scripts for this sport because you will just throw them in the bin. $35.58. There's Peder's wife watching on. That was Lisa, and of course she rode at the Sydney Olympics on Casanova. Had a disappointed though this evening. As Al Capone des Carmel finishes on a score of 4, and it's the slowest of the 3 riders on 4 as well, so puts him down in 4th. But the first fence going down certainly didn't leave for the happy-looking Peder, did it? Yep. And Lisa knows, yeah, that might not be the happiest husband later on. What can these two do? Vitiki, Yuri Mansur, the Valentino side, 17-year-old now, gelding of the Clear-Round BV and Yuri's. I mean, the Saturday night specials, the Golden Drum in Basel, the Championat in Leipzig. They get to the jump-off in the Gothenburg Trophy, and what happens, we wait to see. The time was never going to be the issue. He's leaving the fences up they've all struggled with. One more left to go. He's done what he can, and he's jumped it clear. 34.49, Yuri Mansur and the ever-youthful Vitiki are alive on a Saturday night once again and showing just how good they are. Oh, what a 2025 start it has been, and he knows. High fives all round. Vitiki. I said a little earlier, I really meant to have favourites, but there's just something about that little chestnut gelding that it makes it extra special. And Yuri and he just get on so well. Now the time of 34.49 is a very beatable time. That's the best way to look at it. You look at the times from Edward Schmitz, Harrie Smolders, both going round in 33 seconds. 33 and a half seconds is the fastest time we've seen around this course. So Yuri's done quite a bit. He's put a lot of pressure on. He's sped things up. Maybe able to force a mistake here or there, but the quality of these final 7 is still something to behold. You jump immediately to this man, to this horse, Electric Blue P. 5-star Grand Prix wins in the back catalogue. And Max came so close to a win here the other night and then got pipped by the last to go. He just kept missing out on that big result in Hong Kong last week. I get the feeling the world number 9 is feeling a little bit hungry this evening. Max Kühner. Half a second nearly up. He's found the time already. Surely he's going to be faster, although he did just have to take a little bit of a pull, but he knew he had time on his side, and Max Kühner now leads. It is Austria on top here tonight in Gothenburg. Max Kühner, I said I think he's feeling hungry for a win tonight. 33.25 is faster than anybody has gone, whether they have had a pole or not. It is a super quick clear. And Austria, who last won it back in 1979 with Hugo Simon, the only Austrian rider to win this title. Is that enough? You can't say it is. There's definitely 2 combinations in the final 6 that have got it in their sort of ability range to be able to match, maybe even beat it. It doesn't mean it'll happen that way, and I'm not trying to rule the others out. So I almost did that on Thursday evening, and then of course the last one came in and I didn't necessarily think they were going to win it, and they did. But that's because it's sport, and when you watch it live you just don't know. In horse sport, if it goes right for you and your horse on any night, it could be your night. Now, Oda Charlotte Lyngvaer, Carabella van den Juet, Z. She should be delighted with the way she's ridden this evening and the way her horse has gone. Carabella goes 3rd. Norway. Those 2 are very happy. Win a class or not, ultimately all they really want, and they are competitive, they do like to win, but what they really want is to know that it's all just gone really well and they've got the best out of themselves, out of their horse, out of them as a combination. And tonight, that is exactly what those 2 have achieved with each other. They have done their best, and more than that is not relevant. Well, we move our attention to the one chance from France and to the world number 15. Kevin Staut up next. Can he find his way through that time of Max Kühner's 33.25? It is quite some challenge, but with New Libro, Wondershoot, first class of the 5 stars at this show, and that's exactly what he did. There is pace aplenty here. It's a way of a little tap. Now this turn is going to be key. Keep an eye on the split. I think he's just a little bit down. Oh, I take it all back. He's somehow quicker. 33.25 is the time to beat. Kevin Staut looking to fly the flag for France this evening. And it could, and it is, 32.75, the most blistering time. He's half a second faster than Max Kühner. What a combination those two are making. Is it the second win of Gothenburg for them in 2025? Wow. France leading the way. Aldrich Cherenay won it in 2017. That was the last time a French rider won this title. There's only 3 that have done it before. Is it about to be number 4? I mean, the turn into that double. When he was a few strides away, I thought he's still going to be just maybe a fraction down. But it was blistering. And he met it at the perfect... I mean, you can look and count strides. But momentum is key. If you keep the momentum over the fences and keep your strides as few as you can do that. Now, this young man has become a real star this week in my eyes, the 25-year-old. And this horse, Cabello D, this lovely stallion, is... It's Cabello D. This horse has a style of his own. He's quite lively. There's Donald watching on. I'm starting to get used to it. It's as if, you see, that Adam knows what to expect, so he can go with it. And I think what he knows is don't have any expectations other than when we get there, we're going to jump the fence. He's always going to be a bit slower, and sadly that was a fence too far, but oh my! Somehow they're okay. I mean, it's a style that works for them. And tonight, okay, they finish on 4. He's still learning, but what a horse, what a heart that horse has got. Because pretty much wherever Adam put him, he did what he could to jump it. And then somehow still jumped the final fence. Kevin Staut, France leads. Max Kühner second, Austria third. Yuri Mansur for Brazil. It is Sweden all the way through to the finish. 3 to go. Swartz Ryan and Kavici Z now. Will one of these final 3 from Sweden be able to overcome France's leading round? Not with this round. Eight is the final score. Jumps into the bottom of the order, unfortunately, this evening for Swartz Ryan there for Sweden. There are 2 more to go, of course, both for Sweden in the final 2 draw slots. They're both chasing Kevin Staut from France, who's leading the way. But you have to look at the final two and say that the next to go is the favourite, was the favourite before this jump-off ever started. As much hope as I can hold against the wonderful 10-year-old mare that will go last. And I think she's a real star of the now, but she's certainly going to be a big star for the future. The biggest threat to Kevin comes next, and he knows it. He'll know that he's done all he can. He'll know as well, which I always find fascinating with riders. They sort of know when they can be beaten. They'll know if there's a chance. You've got to love this show. It's got its own little quirky ways, and it makes it that extra bit special. Here we go. The world number one. He has sat at the top of the world rankings for so long. As it stands now, 31 months. Could almost be 32. Henrik von Eckermann and Iliana chasing down 32.75. He has made the trip back to make sure he is here in the Scandinavian in front of this crowd. You could hear a pin drop around this arena. I'm not going to say anything. Has he done it? Has he done it? Yes, he has. 32.53. Henrik von Eckermann, the world number one, who has never won the Gothenburg Trophy before, has just found his way in front by a quarter of a second tonight on Iliana in front of this crowd. That is what they came to see. And boy, oh boy, has he just delivered. Oh, special moments in sport. This jump-off is not over. But I have a funny feeling you've just seen your winner. The focus on that face when he walked in. He had one mission to accomplish. And it was right from the start. The twists and turns, the speed was unreal. And you can see the crowd, the fans watching. Look how fast he was. What a shot to the last that is. And she is such a superstar. She really is. Iliana, the 12-year-old. But like I said, we're not done. We are not over. A lot of respect, as I'm sure you've picked up, for these two. For the way this mare has ever improved. And if she turned over the time we've just seen from Henrik, well, there'll be a very different headline in the morning, because there'll be a new star horse and rider combination. But I have a feeling they're going to write plenty of headlines, these two, in their careers together. Vilma has already shown just how good she is. But I'll tell you what, she's not going to give it up too easily. Oh dear, she has now. Henrik has won it. This mare just 10. We've still plenty to learn. What a night of sport that Gothenburg has delivered once again. And of course, still a very special day to come tomorrow, with the final leg of the Western European League for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup, that round. And of course, Phil Cazala and the team will be here with you for that one. But what a night in the Scandinavian for the Gothenburg Trophy. They're the stars of the show. We've enjoyed being with them here this evening. But yet again, it is the world number one who sits at number one. But this time, it's for the first time in the Gothenburg Trophy. Have a great night.